Pranab Mukherjee standing in front of you and say, what do you want me to put in this budget?
Over the next 3 months, we want fiscal consolidation, we want monetary easing, and we want resurgence in reforms.
It's not the government business to be in business. At least consolidate your banks.
If I were Pranab Mukherjee, I would say my government has not recognized that India has changed. I have not recognized that India has changed. Today, I recognize that India has changed.
Please do not promise anything new. Just deliver 50% of what you have promised. Please understand the times have changed and good economics and good politics can go hand in hand.
Now, we're at the St. Andrews College in Bandra in Mumbai, one of the top 5 colleges, and I must say I'm terribly impressed by what I've seen so far. The faculty is here, so I'm also being, on the right side of the faculty. No, not true. They are absolutely outstanding. Okay, young man, they're behind you. The person behind you.
Hello sir, I'm Ganesh from School of Management, IIT Bombay. Economist Kaushik Basu said about legalizing corruption. That is, the person who is giving money can go on and then say that I gave money so much to something. How will that help stopping corruption or reducing corruption as such?
Ramesh, is it different? Should you treat a person who gives money from a person who takes money? Is it different?
I think both are guilty.
Both are?
Both are equally guilty.
Equally guilty.
Do means justify the end? I don't know. It's a perplexing question. So I'm not sure. I mean, it's corruption. You have to solve it somehow for this country to prosper. But I think ultimately it will be solved by technology, by progress, by the citizens demanding something more from the politicians.
By reducing the role of the state.
By reducing the role of the state. Very
the most important part.
Absolutely.
Sujit?
2 points. First is, let's examine very simply why does corruption arise? Is when there's discretion on the part of the policy maker or the administrator or the babu or whatever. If you don't have discretion, you cannot have corruption. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is there is no society on earth that has eliminated corruption.
That young lady in the greenish.
I'm Anushree Asthana, ISEC Mumbai. I want to ask, as sir said, India can be regarded as an emerging blue chip country. So, and as everyone underlines the fact that it depends on the youth. The youth has to be empowered. So, to that effect, isn't there a greater need to lay importance on public-private partnership in terms of education in order to promote vocational courses, so that more quantity of people are educated and.
Is education, I think, the key?
I think very critical. Again, we have I don't know how many of you know, but the law states that education cannot be a profitable venture. That is what the law states, unfortunately. I mean, it's as bad as that. So you find different ways to which I don't want to get into here in this forum.
And ways that involve corruption.
Yeah, that. So, but I totally agree with you. I mean, it is not only, I think there are 2 things which are lacking. One is education. The other thing that I mentioned earlier is from the youth is a positive attitude. I think it matters quite a bit. Whether GDP is 7% or 9% is not as important as how every one of us, there are billions of us think. And if we start thinking positively, and which education is very much a part of that process, because then you can't be influenced so much and you will have your own independent thinking. I think this country, forget 20 years, in the next 10 years will have a different story to tell.
Right, let's just look at the challenges that Rakesh was talking about. First, in the short run. Oil with Iran, oil prices. Is that a big worry over the next 12 months for India?
See, I think the world is well supplied with oil. And I don't think that any price rise, I think oil will stabilize on $100, maybe $90. I don't think Iran, or my personal reading, Iran is going to have a war or anything. But the question is, the probability of anything happening is always there, right? I think my greater worry is, why don't we pass on in subsidizing LPG? Whom are you subsidizing? Pranay Roy?
Or diesel?
Right? Whom are you subsidizing? Rakesh Jhunjhunwala? Ramesh Damani?
Thank God.
So why the diesel? No, I'm saying you open the diesel prices, let that be bloody 20% inflation 1 year. Next year inflation may be 5%.
So
if as a society we cannot absorb the real cost, someone is paying for it, right? And kerosene, 12 rupees a litre kerosene. You don't get it in Saudi Arabia. No, what are you doing? Urea, when you're doing $90,000, 90,000 crores of fertilizer subsidy. Now the question is, you are distorting the entire mechanism. You give a cash transfer. You decide that I can give 2.5 lakh crores of subsidy every year. These are the number of families, this is the money I give every month. You're not going to distort the market. I don't think that India is going to have the bull market of my dreams. right? Which thinks of a 25 times forward earnings, right? And where not even 1% of Indian savings come into the market, unless and until we correct all this. And let's not kid ourselves, that is, I don't want to kid myself anymore, that no, we have this potential, we'll go 9%, we'll go 8%. I think there are challenges. You can't have these level of deficits.
The NDTV News app had redefined the entire genre. Now, another market beater. It's already hit #1.
NDTV Profit, India's #1 finance app. Download free at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Live stream of NDTV Profit, market news, and your easy-to-manage portfolio. Download now, ndtvprofit.com/apps.